There's so much to buy and spend when we're first starting off in Heartopia. While we grind for gold together, I just wanted to share the best method I've found to get rich quicker. From what I've been doing, I've been able to make 125k gold a day. First off, you're going to want to grow a lot of wheat because we're going to be using it in the recipe we'll be cooking. And so have wheat growing, collect as much as you can. It takes 4 hours to grow, and so, takes a bit of time. A trick I found is to have your gardening level as high as you can have it so that you are allowed more planters on your plot. So I have my gardening at level 7 at the moment, and thus 30 planters on my plot. I know that if you get your gardening to level 10, for example, you can have 40 planters, which again, you'll just yield more, make more money, makes gardening easier. So prioritize that if you want. Otherwise, just collect what you have, and we're gonna gather the rest of the ingredients for our recipe now. We're at Massimo's, and we're just gonna grab a couple things that we can use to cook. Eggs for sure. We're gonna want to grab all of it, and I actually grab the entire stock every single day, and it gets used every day pretty quickly even. And I also grab the milk to use in black truffle pasta, which is a recipe I'll show you all later. But if I'm not using it for that, I can also use it for lattes, which is also a good money maker. Now let's go grab the final main ingredient, which is black truffle. We're gonna find these northeast of the map, which is Forest Island right here on the top right corner. It can be a bit of a trip away, but it's gonna be totally worth it. Once you get to Forest Island, you're going to want to look for these black piles that you'll find underneath the trees and near the bushes. So here's our what they look like, and here's our first one. There will be 4 of these piles that spawned about every 15 minutes. So they do take a bit of time to spawn, and you're going to need quite a bit of them, like the wheat. So here's our second one, but sometimes I'll like to just AFK and be doing something else while I have Heartopia open and wait for them to respawn, and I just hop back into the game and collect them and wait here. But that's kind of my method. Here we are grabbing the last couple piles, and then once we have a big collection of these black truffles, then we can go home and cook with them. Here we are at my little kitchen. Right now I have a forestation set up, which is what we'll be using for our black truffle pie cooking. The 4 stations is pretty doable without me burning them. So here's the recipe. It takes 2 truffles, the wheat, and the eggs that we bought. If you don't have that recipe, then you're gonna want to get the mushroom pie recipe, which you get early on in the game, and replace the mushrooms that autofill to the black truffles. And once you do that, it unlocks the black truffle pie recipe. So putting down our first set of black truffle pies, we just go down the line here. I feel like the 4 stations down the line is easiest for me. Sometimes people like to surround the stoves around them, but whatever works for you. And then go I go down the line, pick them up. The black truffle pies are easy because it only takes one flip, and it takes a pretty long time to even do the first flip. And then go and collect the rest. So we're gonna keep cooking these pies until we can't anymore. So I'm gonna speed this up a little. Once you run out of eggs, then we can go ahead and cook black truffle pasta if you can. This recipe you purchase from Massimo and is also worth a lot when you sell it. And so similar ingredients, except that was what the milk is for that we got, and it requires 2 wheat instead of 2 truffle. This recipe is also a bit more difficult in that there are 3 flips and they go pretty quickly. So I recommend, is that 4 flips? Okay, regardless, there are a lot of flips and they go pretty quickly in the little mini game, and so I recommend only cooking one at a time. Here's me trying to cook 2, and as you can see, it kind of goes a little... I've done it before though. I've done it before. I'm just saying, let's maybe just do one at a time. Once we're done cooking, we're gonna go to Albert Jr. and let's see how much all this sells for. Black truffle pie, 1 star, as you can see, makes 830. A 2 star would make 1,245. We don't have any 5 stars, but as you can see, it almost doubles in price. A 4 star, 3,320. So that is a lot of gold. Likewise with the black truffle pasta, a 1 star is worth 900 gold. And again, it just increases. 2 star, 1,350, and then unfortunately I didn't get a level 5 star today, but 3,600 for a 4 star. Can't complain. So we're gonna go ahead and sell all of this and see how much we can make. Let's go ahead and let's first start with the black truffle pie. And so far we've got 61,420 gold. That is so much gold. Let's see how much we can make with the pasta as well. So we're gonna add that. And topping it off with some burnt food or bizarre food, we have 124,930. So basically 125k gold. That is insane for all of that pie and for that pasta. Just needed a lot of wheat, a lot of black truffle, and quite a bit of patience, but we were able to make a whole bunch of gold pretty quickly. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if this video was helpful. I plan to make more Heartopia videos soon, and you can also find me streaming Heartopia and other cozy casual games on Twitch. But until then, take care.